So welcome students. So in this question you're given that g of x is a function mod of mod x plus 2 minus 3. Mod of mod x plus 2 minus 3. And a is the number of relative minima to this function, b is the number of relative maxima to this function, and c is the product of all the zeros of g of x. If that is so, you're asked to find a plus 2b minus c. So let us try to analyze this function. So y is equal to mod of mod x plus 2 minus 3. So let us try to analyze this function step by step. So if I can draw the graph of this function, everything, all the things that I need to get will be clear. I need to find a, b, c, and I need to find a plus 2b minus c. So let us try to plot the graph of mod x plus 2 minus 3. So first, what is this made up of? So let me try to go systematically. So first, y is equal to mod x. I know how the graph of y is equal to mod x is. So this is the graph of y is equal to mod x. A line going at 45 degrees, a line going at 45 degrees. Now, from this graph, can I draw the graph of mod of x plus 2? So what is the difference between this graph and this graph? So instead of x, you have x plus 2. That means this graph moves backward by 2 units. So if you have x plus 2 in the place of x, the graph moves backward by 2 units. So the graph of mod of x plus 2 looks like this. So this is minus 2. So the graph of mod x plus 2 looks like this. So this is minus 2 comma 0, and this is, what is this? This is 0 comma 2, so on. And this is, if you take a parallel point, this will be 2 units backwards and 2 units upwards, minus 4 comma 2, minus 4 comma 2. Now let me go to this function mod of x plus 2 minus 3. So if you take y is equal to mod of x plus 2 minus 3, that means the graph moves downwards by 3 units because your y is getting subtracted by 3. So whatever is mod x plus 2, your y values will be mod of x plus 2 minus 3. That is, this graph moves 3 units downwards. So how does the graph look like? Now the vertex will be at minus 2 comma minus 3. So the graph will be at minus 2 comma minus 3. So that's where the vertex is. Then you have the line at an angle of 45 degrees itself. So if this goes down by 3 units, obviously this point also goes down by 3 units. So where does this point go? 0 comma 2 goes to 0 comma minus 1. So 2 comma, if I have to go 3 units downwards, so you have to go still downwards. So let this be the point. So the graph will be something like this. The graph will be something like this. So this point is minus 2 comma minus 3. This is the vertex. And this point, so if I go 45 degrees, so obviously this is 3 units. So this has to be 3 units. So this is 1 comma 0. And this also has to be 3 units. This point is minus 2 comma 0. I need to go 3 units backwards. So this is minus 5 comma 0. So if I go 3 units backwards from minus 3 comma 0, I get minus 5 comma 0. So this is the graph of mod of x plus 2 minus 3. So now what happens if you put a total mod? So if you put a total mod, wherever this graph is negative, wherever this graph is below x-axis, so that part will be mirror imaged. So how does the graph of mod of, so y is equal to mod of mod x plus 2 minus 3. If I draw the graph of this, it will look something like this. So when the graph is above x-axis, it doesn't change. So the graph looks like this. This point is minus 5 comma 0. Now this part which is below x-axis will become mirror image. So minus 2 comma minus 3 becomes minus 2 comma plus 3. So it becomes minus 2 comma plus 3. So it goes here minus 2 comma plus 3, and it again comes back at 1 comma 0. So 1 comma 0 it comes back. This is 1 comma 0, and after this the graph is again above x-axis, so that goes as it is. So this is how the graph of mod x plus 2 minus 3 looks like. So now from this graph you can analyze one by one. What is A? A is the number of relative minima. So how many relative minimas are there? How many local minimas are there? There are 2 local minimas. So A is equal to 2. B is the number of relative maximas. So how many relative maximas are there? How many local maximas are there? You have only one local maxima. You have only one local maxima. So B is equal to 1. So what are the zeros of this g of x? One is -5, the other is 1. So what is the product of the zeros? C is nothing but -5 into 1 is -5. Zeros are nothing but the values of x where y is equal to 0. So A is equal to 2, B is equal to 1, C is equal to -5. So you are asked to find this. So let us try to find this. So 2 plus 2B is 2 minus C. Minus of -5 is +5 is equal to. So 9 is the answer to this question. Thank you.